everybody, it's West in Virginia. You're digging relics with me, and today's Friday the 13th 2020 of March, and it's super windy, 35-mile-an-hour wind gust, you know, maybe a little higher at times, but it's 78 degrees. It rained this morning. I was at work, left work about 10 o'clock, and the sun came out, and I was like, I'm gonna go Melotech, because really any day I'm expecting them to start plowing the fields around here. It's just been too warm. And so I'm out by myself, forcing myself to use the Equinox. I'm just trying to learn this machine. So far about 15-20 minutes. Been interrupted with some phone calls because everybody's freaking out about the coronavirus. So anyway, a broken combat button with the shankage. I think that may be a piece of silver. It had the tone of it, it had the sound, but I don't know what it could be. It could be a broken combat button, but it came up pretty high, and it's got a little silver look to it, so I just don't know. Anyway, I just dug this button here about 4 inches in the ground, and this is a pretty button. Look at the design on it. It's got like a sun or something in the middle. Nice edge to it. Broken shank, but nevertheless a colonial button. 1700s, you know, 17, 20, 30, 40, around in there. So I'm going really slow with the Equinox. Everybody's like, do a how-to video with the Equinox. It's super windy, so I'm trying to keep the wind blocked, but it's kind of hard to swing with and show you with the wind blowing. I think it'd just override me pretty much. All right, the wind may get us, guys. I just don't know. The wind may get us. Okay. Anyway, I get a lot of requests how to use a certain machine. Well, this is the Equinox. Of course, it's waterproof to 10 feet or so. It's dust proof, you know, so all around, all terrain type of machine. Minelab's answer to the Garrett AT Pro series. So it's kind of their competition machine compared to that machine. Mid-level machine, mid-grade machine, mid-priced machine. But with Minelab, and I do have a lot of experience with Minelab. I started with the XS and went to the Explorer 2. Then I went to the Safari, to the Etrac, which is hands down the best VLF machine I've ever used, minus the weight. And then I went off to the Deus, to Soro, to Netix, that kind of avenue. And then when the Equinox came out, I kind of waited a year, and then I kind of jumped on it just for a waterproof machine because I love the tones. There's no better machine, no better tone machine than the Minelab series. Just that flute sound, no question when you go over a good target. There's never a question. So anyway, I'm hunting in field 2. The recovery speed's decent. And the iron, so far I haven't had a really big issue with that. It's not a Deus, so don't even compare it to a Deus. The Deus will smoke this machine in iron. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what anybody says. The Deus will absolutely destroy this machine in thick colonial halcite nails, that kind of iron. It will destroy it. So, but it does what this machine does well. It does well. Field 2. I've done park and real trashy areas. Guys, I don't hunt a lot of trashy areas. I'm hunting house sites that either it's a colonial target or iron. It could have a little bit of contamination from the 1800s, early 1900s, but I'm hunting very rural areas. Just doesn't have a whole lot of modern type trash. So let's just, shotgun shells yes, but modern trash no. So I haven't really seen an advantage to the park modes so far, so I've been hunting in the field modes. I always hunt all metal. Right here with the horseshoe. I open the machine up. I just want to hear everything coming around me. I want to hear the iron. I want to hear everything going on in the ground, and so I don't discriminate at all. I hunt multi-frequency. I will switch over a little bit to other frequencies to kind of check and kind of see what the tone sound is, if it changes the VDI number or something like that. So I will do that. When I get out of the car, I simply come to here, hit that noise cancel. I let the machine noise cancel, pick a channel, get rid of any possible interference, and then you hit detect and you should be good to go. I will say that the Equinox does pick up my cell phone where my Deus does not, so I do get a little, when I come around to my hip, I will get a little bit of interference, and that is definitely my cell phone. So just be aware of that. And then the key to the Minelab, I don't care about recovery speed. The dais you can swing like you're running a marathon. With a Minelab, if you go slow and you keep it low to the ground, that old low and slow kind of terminology, you're going to kill it with the Minelab. And that's all I'm doing, guys. I'm just kind of gridding, going back and forth along these hills here, and I'm just kind of very slowly just walking. I'm probably swinging a 3-second loop, and just nice and easy, and that seems to work better for me. If I get kind of tired and I start kind of getting my arms starting to hurt a little bit, because I just recovered from shoulder surgery over a year ago and I had my shoulder completely redone, I get kind of lazy and I start speeding up my swing. That's when I notice I start missing targets, or not liking the Equinox as much as I like the Deus. The Deus I can just swing like a toy. So this machine, low and slow, open her up. I haven't messed with a lot of the tones. I have discriminated and made some tone pitch sounds at each of these. So like you know, 10 to 15 gives me a kind of a mid-grade. 15 to 20 gives me kind of that little bit of a higher flute. 20 to 25 to 30, you know, it's super high. So I did break up my tones a little bit. I'll go through that later. But anyway, I just want to kind of show you what I'm doing. Nothing special. Just take it very slow. And the depth is so-so with this machine. I did dig a deep target a little while ago that was down that broken tombat. It was probably 12 inches. It didn't give me a killer signal. It just gave me a consistent kind of little blip, 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 blip. And I stuck with it and dug it. It wasn't iron. It couldn't lock in on a number, but it was definitely coming up like a 10 to 12 to 13. But it was kind of just bouncing without a full tone. It was just kind of a blip, 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 blip. And I just dug it, and there it was. So anyway, I'll slowly start incorporating how to Metal Technique 101 and getting more into the machines to help you guys. But right now, it's already 12 o'clock and I want to kind of swing and get some targets. So that's what I'm going to do. Thank y'all. Hit subscribe, tell a friend. Let's keep it going. I've seen some good bumps in my numbers, bumps in my subscriptions. I'm really psyched up about it, guys, because I love this hobby. And man, I'm telling you, there's a lot of new things to come. I'm in it. I'm going to do it till my body says no more. And hopefully next Friday, right over there, me and the dirty pig are going to dig a pit. And we're going to take you with us. Thanks a lot. Yeah, like I told you, low and slow with the Minelab. This came up at 18, guys. 18 on the Equinox. There is a piece of iron in there. It stayed at 18, even though I had to get that iron grunt. And bam! Here we go. Boom! Spanish, baby. Yeah. Heck yeah. Came up at 18, guys. Crazy. Look at that. Made my day right there. Bam. That's another pistarine. It's definitely 1700s. Right there. Bada bing, bada boom, bada bow. Boom. I'll be, if I'm not mistaken, the Equinox. No, I found one with my Deus this year and 2 with the Spanish. Okay, so we're good. All right. Came up a freaking 18. Wow. Just made my day. Low and slow. I actually almost got off my grid. I wanted to kind of wander over to a little sandy spot, and I said, you know what? I'm going to work off the back side of this house. So I stuck with it. Thanks a lot.